Thai taekwondo athletes aim for gold. Korean culture sweeps through Paris. Learning Korean history through role play. Inhotim boosts local economy. Koreans in Guatemala open a Korean culture center. Go player spreads the game in New Zealand. Hello, welcome to Going Global. I'm your host, Jung Se-mi. 18-year-old Australian Lachlan Smith became the world's youngest pilot to circumnavigate the globe solo in a single-engine plane. Smith took off from Sunshine Coast Airport at Marcola in Queensland on July 4th and safely landed 54 days later after covering 45,000 kilometers in a Cirrus SR-22. During his trip, Smith visited 24 locations in 15 countries. At 18 years, 7 months, and 21 days, Smith is the youngest pilot ever to complete the journey. The previous record holder is American Matt Guthmiller, who was 19 years, 7 months, and 15 days old. Smith says that he undertook this challenge to motivate all young people to set goals and achieve them. His goals and achievements are very impressive, but his reason for taking to the sky is what's really inspiring. Young people really have the power to inspire others with their dreams and achievements. On that note, let's now turn to our first story today. The Rio Olympics in Brazil came to an end some time ago, and one country stood out with its taekwondo performance. And that nation is none other than Thailand, the home of Muay Thai, and it took home 2 taekwondo medals. Let's find out more about their national taekwondo athletes.
This is a training center for the Thai national taekwondo team. Their practice is in full swing. 19-year-old Panipak Wongpat Thanakit is one of the nation's rising stars. She is a fearless rookie who won the women's finweight event at the World Taekwondo Championships last year and a bronze at the Rio 2016 Summer Games. The other rising star is 18-year-old Tawin Hanprab, silver medalist at the Rio Olympics and first place winner at the Indonesia Open Taekwondo Championships last year.
โอลิมปิกครั้งนี้ก็รู้สึกการซ้อมจะเปลี่ยนแปลงขึ้นเพราะว่าซ้อมหนักมากขึ้นครับต้องเก็บตัวต้องรายละเอียดทุกอย่างเราต้องควบคุมดูแลครับไม่ให้บาดเจ็บแล้วก็ต้องซ้อมหนักให้มากกว่าเดิม
Thailand's taekwondo athletes have earned medals in 3 consecutive Olympics since 2004, raising the nation's status in the sport. Head coach and miracle worker Chae Young-suk, who has been leading the national team since 2002, held high expectations for the Olympics.
태국 선수들의 가장 강점이라고 하면 저희 선수들이 아주 오랫동안 얼굴 포인트가 중요해서 얼굴 포인트 위주로 훈련을 많이 했거든요. 그래서 이번에 올림픽에도 아주 얼굴 포인트에 아주 중요한 그런 강점이 될 것 같습니다.
And the team's recent performance at the Rio Olympics was warmly received by the whole of Thailand.
Moving on to our next story. Every summer, the Paris Summer Festival sweeps across the capital of France. And this year, 1 week was set aside for Korean cultural events, providing the sights and sounds of Korea in France. And Parisians warmly welcomed the events. Let's take a closer look.
These performers have only 1 minute and 59 seconds. They are not professional artists, but just ordinary people. This performance was put together by contemporary dancer An In-mi, and many felt it was the world's most honest performance throbbing with the energy of Korea.
Ça n'a pas de compétition, de jugement, et c'était juste à un moment donné d'être ensemble et de laisser parler la créativité, les émotions, juste ce qu'on était nous.
The performance took place during the Paris Summer Festival, which runs for 1 month from mid-July. The festival first took place in 1990 for those in the city who weren't able to go on vacations. An's performance was featured for the first time 3 years ago to great acclaim, and now her performance is an annual event.
춤은 언어를 초월한 언어다. 세계인이 함께 정말 아무 가리킴 없이. 오늘도 뭐 우리 그냥 뭐 몸만 있고 몸통만 있으면 우리가 같이 하듯이 그런 식의 그 매력이 있는 금방 친구가 되는 그런 언어가 아닌가 생각해요.
Korean culture is spreading through different performances across the line between tradition and modernity.
On parle de la Corée aujourd'hui, qui crée en Corée aujourd'hui et qui, sans jamais oublier le passé, sans jamais oublier les traditions, sont capables de créer une grammaire contemporaine. Et c'est ce qui nous a intéressés au Festival Paris Quartier d'été.
Many are already looking forward to seeing more of Korea during the festival next year.
Our next story takes us to the United States. Summer offers many different camps for students. One camp in San Jose, California, brought in second-generation Korean Americans and taught them Korean history and historical figures, all as part of fostering leadership. Let's find out more.
These students celebrate the inventions of Changyeong-sil and throw an imitation of a lunchbox bomb as an independence activist. These plays were all prepared by students. Their costumes and acting may not be perfect, but their hearts are sincere.
오늘 주제는 장영실에 대해서 배우는데 발표를 통해서 장영실의 삶에 대해서 이렇게 소개를 하는데
This is from the 5th Youth Summer Camp organized by Korean Historical Education Organization, ECHO Korea. This year, some 32nd generation Korean Americans from 4th grade to 12th grade took part and studied Korean history and historical figures. In teams, they made and ate jumokbap, or rice balls that independence activists ate, and made a 100,000 won bill with Kim Do-yeong's face on the note.
그런 글로벌 리더로 자라기 위해서는 정말 그 지난 역사 동안의 그런 훌륭한 인물들을 한번 배워봄으로써 내가 가져야 할 리더십이 어떤 것인가 하는 것들에 대해서 조명하기로 했습니다.
For second-generation Korean Americans who have few opportunities to learn about Korean culture and history, this was a valuable learning experience.
Okay, the reason why this camp is so great is because it does a really good job of connecting the past with the present.
Walking with the Korean heroes.
The students had a productive time learning about Korean culture and history, something they had seen only in books.
Going to Brazil for our next story. The Brazilian town of Brumadinho used to be a center for world-class mining, but today the town is buoyed by a museum, not mining. Let's take a closer look.
This is Brumagino, a small Brazilian mining town located 600 kilometers away from Sao Paulo. This town is home to Inhotim, the world's largest 2 million square meter museum. The museum features tropical jungles, botanical gardens, and galleries.
Inhotim, ele é o segundo gerador de empregos da região. São atualmente cerca de 500 funcionários.
80% of the employees are residents of Brumagino, who would have either been miners or migrated to larger cities in search for work. They are now charting new futures as curators, guides, and conservators. The museum also provides educational opportunities. The museum offers cultural and artistic classes, as well as programs related to nature, which last anywhere between 1 day and 2 years. Children spend time at the museum instead of on the streets.
Quando eles estão andando aí, como que os olhinhos deles até brilham. É uma coisa completamente nova. E a curiosidade, o querer saber e o perguntar, eu acho que é uma experiência bem válida.
Eu acho que o interessante do projeto é permitir o acesso para que eles tenham novos conhecimentos, novas perspectivas de observar no mundo. E acho fantástico o projeto.
The museum is also building a hotel in its grounds and plans to build a commercial airport nearby. It's adding cultural richness to an old mining town and boosting the local economy.
Let's turn to our next story. Korean expatriates in Guatemala will see one of their long-held wishes come true: open a Korean culture center. The nation is home to just 5,000 Korean expatriates, but all expatriates worked hard together to achieve their common goal. Let's find out more.
This is the Guatemala Korean School built in 1993. The number of students has increased from 60 to 200, but due to a lack of space, the school had to rent rooms in a nearby church. The building is so old that rain leaks through the walls.
지금은 교실이 좁으니까 넓게 했으면 좋겠어요.
교실 수 자체가 너무 이제 적고 그다음에 공간도 너무 비좁고 하다 보니까 전부 다 같이 수업할 수 없는 상황이에요.
Korean expatriates in Guatemala began a fundraising event in order to expand the school. Thanks to their efforts, almost $980,000 were raised in 7 months, resulting in the purchase of a 1,600 square meter building.
과테말라 2세대, 3세대의 교민 자녀들에게 한국민의 열을 심어주었으면 하는 그런 바람이 있습니다.
There will also be other facilities such as Senior Welfare Center and a Korean Cultural Experience Center.
우리 그 한인 각종 단체들이 이용할 수 있는 그런 공간을 만들려고 예정하고 있습니다.
The Korean Culture Center is the result of 5,000 Korean expatriates uniting their efforts. It is expected to serve as the home away from home for many Koreans in Guatemala.
Our last story takes us to New Zealand. There is a Korean living in New Zealand who is working to expand the base of Padu or Go in the country where it's still an unknown game. Kim Do-yeong dreams of becoming a household name in New Zealand like Korea's Grandmaster Lee Se-dol. Let's take a closer look.
Intense Go matches are taking place at this hall in Auckland, New Zealand. One man calmly places a white stone. Right now, he is leading by 10 points. Despite his grasp at victory, he maintains his focus and eventually wins by a wide margin. He is a Go player, Kim Do-yeong, based in New Zealand.
제 시간 다 쓰고 상대방도 시간 다 쓰고 이렇게 해서 끝까지 해서 막 격투를 펼치다가 승리를 거두게 되면 정말 짜릿한 순간이 있는 것 같습니다. 막 온 몸에 막 소름 돋고 그래요.
Kim started learning the game at the age of 6 upon his mother's recommendation. At that time, Grandmaster Lee Chang-ho was extremely popular in Korea. With his calm demeanor and quick judgment, Kim fell in love with Go.
조은현 사모님 이제 발 빠른 걸로 이제 유명하셨거든요. 그래서 이제 그분 바둑을 많이 보고 배웠어요. 이제 빠르게 두고 이제 깊은 수일기를 통해서 이제 풀어나가는 능력 이런 것들이 이제 제 능력이라고 생각합니다.
Kim studied Go on his own in New Zealand as there weren't any suitable teachers. His efforts led him to being chosen as New Zealand's national representative. He represented New Zealand in the 2014 Korea Prime Minister's Cup International Amateur Championship. He could come this far because he genuinely enjoyed Go.
He seems a happy player. He's not as serious as some. He enjoys the game, but he's not too concerned, I think, if he wins or loses. He just wants to have fun and make an enjoyable game. So his games are always interesting.
But even Kim has his share of difficulties. He temporarily abandoned the game to get a job as Go alone could not sustain him. However, he returned to the game 1 year later with new dreams.
이제 클럽 같은 것도 운영할 생각도 있고 이제 그렇게 하되면 이제 뭐 비디오도 찍고 뭐 해서 일단은 초보자들에게 이제 많은 홍보를 해서 새로운 바둑 인구가 생겼으면 굉장히 좋겠다는 생각을 가지고 있습니다.
Kim dreams of becoming the best player in New Zealand, where the game is practically unknown. These goals make up his life as a Go player.
I hope you enjoyed today's stories on Going Global. There are many couples who wear matching rings as a visual representation of their love. Now, there is a smart ring you can connect to with an app on your smartphone, and the ring will let the users feel the heartbeat of their loved ones as if they were nearby, even if the other half is on the other side of the world or even in space. These rings can be useful for long-distance couples or for families who are living abroad. However, the ring requires periodical recharging, and users may need a sufficient data plan for their smartphones. Still, I wonder how popular the ring will be among couples. Now, Going Global will be back next week with more exciting and interesting stories from all around the world. Thank you for watching.